The wolf that can't howl.
In a deep, cold forest lived a pack of gray wolves. These wolves were ever so elusive. No one ever came across these wolves. It's as if they never existed. People in the nearby village never see these wolves, and so they went on about their daily lives as usual. People in the village would only hear them at night. They would hear them howl once every night, except during full moon. The wolves would howl the entire night. One day, a curious young boy was thinking to himself, "Why hasn't no one seen these wolves ever? Are they even real?" he asked himself. The very next day, he set off on a long walk towards the dense forest. He was going to see if these wolves were real. He thought to himself, "I'm sure someone is playing a trick on everybody. I can't hear no wolves right now." But little did the boy know that the wolves were fast asleep. They were resting after a big meal from the night before. The boy was getting closer to the forest. He was determined to find out and get to the bottom of this. As the boy got closer, he thought again. If only the viewers would subscribe to ZTA Ninjas. He was almost there at the forest now. As he walked into the forest, he realized it's pretty dark. The little boy got into the forest, and he was a little nervous. He heard something moving near him. He was so frightened he froze in his tracks. But to his surprise, it was a little friendly squirrel. The boy laughed so loud. "Ha ha ha. I thought you were a big fat wolf," said the young boy. He was so relieved as he sat down to drink water. He began to joke, "The forest has no wolves whatsoever." He quickly realized it wasn't just the squirrel that was around. He felt the warm air down his neck. He realized this is something big. He froze and said, "Is there a big gray wolf behind me?" He quickly reached for the stick instead of the water bottle. He started to wave it up in the air without turning back. He threw the stick as hard as his little arms would allow. He then felt a rush of a big body of fur rush past him. It was the big wolf running after the stick. He did not wait to see what it was. He ran as fast as he could to get out of the forest. He was so scared, he kept running as fast as he could. The big gray wolf was so fast, it rushed past him and stopped in front of him. The young boy was so scared and confused, but he realized that the wolf meant no harm. The boy began to play with the wolf. He knew the wolf was just curious, just like him. He played with the wolf until it was almost sunset, and then all of a sudden, appeared a pack of wolves in a distance. The boy got really nervous and wondered, "There are so many of them. They all look majestic." The wolves began to howl, one after another. The boy was surprised to see that the big gray wolf he was playing fetch with also tried to howl, but there was not a sound coming out of his mouth. The big gray wolf ran into the dense forest. The wolves followed him one after another. The boy realized the wolf he played with was indeed the alpha wolf, the leader of the pack. The boy was jumping all the way home. He was dancing with joy. He felt so much joy. The very next morning, he was telling his grandfather and all the village elders. The elders gently told him he should never wander off again. It can be dangerous, and he must always ask an adult. His grandfather then told him that the wolf with no howl was found a long time ago beside a river. He was rescued and brought up in the village by everyone. The wolf could never howl. No one knew the real reason. The gray wolf was known to try and howl back every time he heard the other wolves howl. He never gave up. He kept trying every single day. We helped him back to the wild to join the rest of the pack. He was welcomed by the pack, as if he had always been there. But what we didn't expect is for him to be the leader. He is sure the alpha of the pack, all right. We all know him as the wolf with no howl. He is known as the Howless Wolf.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the Wolf with No Howl story. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.